So hi, I'm Gyal Yana. That's my nickname, that's my channel's name, but I'm actually Ayana Chung. I am a foster youth activist, advocate, former youth in care who, transitioned since then. I transitioned out of care in 2015. I'm currently 26 years old, I guess and a half, going on 27, sexy 27. And my entire life, my personal life, my professional life, it revolves around foster care. So, even before I graduated August 2019 from Kingsborough with my mental health human services degree, my intent was to transfer to a senior college after getting my grades up so that I can study social work. Because I knew that in order to be like a case manager or like a regular social worker in foster care, you need to have something that states social work. Whether you go on and get a license, master's, or what, I wanted to be closely in the child welfare system. So I found some loopholes, and I've been able to, without having, my master's yet or even my bachelor's yet, because that's something that I'm at Medgar Evers CUNY Senior College studying right now with an emphasis in child welfare, my bachelor's of science in social work. I have been able to, I guess, use the power of networking. So I want to do another video on networking. Networking is extremely powerful. They always used to say, and they still probably say it, it's not like what you know, it's kind of like who you know. So I was able to kind of combine what I knew with who I knew and just keep advocating for myself, and sharing my mission of empowering youth by sharing my story to show that the success that I have is attainable. Like, for instance, I'm currently sitting in my 1-bedroom apartment in NYCHA, whereas before I had I had a 1-room studio. So I waited 4 years. I'm trying to make this video relevant and not all over the place. So after 3 to 4 years, I finally got my NYCHA apartment. But before that, I was residing in supportive housing, New York 3. So basically, I have been able to network like crazy in order for me to land positions in child welfare agencies. I was able to see that there were some positions where, for instance, a high school diploma was required or lived experiences in care was required versus me having a degree. The degree was a plus, though, the fact that I had an associate's degree. But even while I was still completing my associate's degree, I stumbled across a great internship called the College Internship Program, or CIP, SIP, whatever you want to call it, which was a really great internship at the New York City Administration for Children's Services. And it's always been my dream to work at the Administration for Children's Services because that's where it all begins. I'm currently at a provider agency, which I'm going to talk about later, but I was able to really get my foot in the door and make some great connections at, the place where it all happens, 150 William Street, right over there at ACS. So while I was there, I was working, they changed the name. It used to be called the College Bound Support Programs, College Bound Support Programs Department. Something like that. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to do my whole spiel on the new name change. That's what it was formerly known as. That's where I worked. I was in the Family Permanency Division, I believe. And it was all about exactly what it's called, College Bound and Support. So, it definitely resonated with what exactly I wanted to do while working with foster youth. I wanted to continue to support foster youth in their college journeys. I wanted them to utilize the resources that ACS and provider agencies like New York Foundling have to offer with the CUNY Dorm Project, Fostering College Success Initiative, and things like that. So ironically, I'm actually now at my provider agency post leaving ACS internship, and it's the same agency, ironically, that I aged out from. So I'm proud. I'm a proud life skills coach there. And there was no like formal type of education, hope I'm saying it right, required. I just needed a high school diploma and everything that happened was just ironic, and just, it was like a godsend. It was like the universe just dropped me there. I applied for that job while I was at ACS with the support of all of my supervisors, and they were like, go for it, go for it. So that was good. So, you know, I'm basically trying to say that I was able, the connections that I have today, it's all been made possible through networking. And if I would hear a no, I would still persist. I would still say, well, can I like shadow you? Can I see like what you do here at ACS? I have made some really great connections. Like, I was able to meet a large quantity of the ACS Commissioner's Cabinet. So I was able to be face to face with Eric Brettschneider, Julie Farber. I met Deputy Commissioner Wynette Saunders. Of course, I met David Hansel as well. I have a really great mentor and supporter in Assistant Commissioner Raymond Singleton. He's actually the one who, in the Workforce Initiative, he began the Career Club, which I'm a part of, and I also helped with the first physical ACS job fair, as well as helped with the planning for the virtual ACS job fair, where over like 280 foster youth actually attended. And in the wake of summer youth, the lotteries that were guaranteed to foster care youth, you know, they went away because summer youth got discontinued along with other internships. However, Raymond Singleton and others was able to, you know, get together an alternative for not just temporary summer internships, but for long-term positions. They had Chase, they had Manpower, they had Home Health Aides. Kingsborough, my school that I'm an alumni of, actually was there during the virtual ceremony, as well as LaGuardia. But I don't want to really get off topic here. I just want to talk about my achievements over the years. So 2015, I aged out of care. I went to live in supportive housing until almost early 2017. I moved into my NYCHA apartment. I was very grateful to have my first independent apartment, you know, around late October, late November. And then I utilized resources such as the ACS discharge grant, as well as my ETV funding. I used some of the pay that I was getting in order to furnish my apartment. I've definitely come a long way. I've went from just being a youth in care to starting my business, Jumpstart Your Future Today. And the whole reason I started Jumpstart Your Future Today in 2017 was that I was happy kind of with word of mouth, trying to educate foster youth of the vast array of resources available to them. But I was like, how can I reach more youth? How can I get an effective approach in recruiting more youth into my program, or just letting them know what resources are available to them? So I'm like, okay, we got millennials, we got Gen Z, we got everybody. And it's like, this is the age of social media. So that's when I went online and I started my blog, jumpstartyourfuture.wordpress.com. So it's been up for about for about 3 years now, 3.5 years now. And it's something I'm very proud of. That same business, the CIP interns at ACS are able to do a presentation on what they've learned in the department that they work with. So I decided, with the permission of my supervisor, who was all for it, I said, am I allowed to put in a portion on my foster youth business that I actually own myself? So she said, that is not a problem. So I was able to actually present. I think my presentation was like 10 minutes. And, you know, after that, I was commended. I was actually the last one to present. Everyone stayed though. So then after that, I actually went to go present directly in front of the Commissioner's Cabinet, and I made great connections there. Julie Farber commended me, Eric Brettschneider commended me, and I had to condense, I think the word is. I basically had to like cut out a lot of my presentation, and I had to present this time from memory again without the presentation, because, you know, they're pressed for time. So I'm really proud that I was able to bring forth my business in front of such powerful individuals. These are people that, you know, they're able to make moves, you know, as they say. So I've had definitely an interesting journey. I recently, in this year 2020, I was chosen to be a shadow day. I knew this was gonna happen. I was chosen from the National Foster Care Institute to do the Congressional Shadow Day in Capitol Hill and Washington D.C. At the White House. You basically shadow a Congress member and you come up with an action plan to enact positive change within child welfare systems. So yeah, I'm definitely big on child welfare reform. I use my lived experiences, like I said, you know, to prove that what I have is attainable. You can get an apartment, you can and should pursue an education, because we have these opportunities that other people that aren't in care don't have these opportunities. You know, the journey of being in care was definitely hard. You know, we have childhood trauma, physical neglect, things like that, but I refuse to let those things define me. I use those things in order to motivate others and motivate me, and that's what prompted me to go into social work. But basically that is me. That's College Gyal Yana, Yana Chang. I started this channel just to, you know, share my college journey with you, and you know, I'm glad that I was able to ironically get interviewed by the exact thing that I strive so hard for. You know, get your educational training voucher, work with foster care success programs. Now we have Fostering Success College Initiative, which I'm actually a part of because I'm at Mega Evers. Everything that I promote to youth, I've lived it, I'm actually a part of. So if I'm promoting ETV, I firsthand got ETV. I actually, I know a lot of people in the dorm project. I managed the dorm project. I managed the 125 students in the dorm project. I was responsible for obtaining crucial documents in order to confirm that they should stay in the program, and also, you know, recruit incoming youth. So I'm just all about, just foster youth empowerment and just breaking stigma and challenging the negative narrative associated with foster youth. So that's me. My camera is notifying me that it's about to die. That's who I am. Right now I'm at a provider agency. I'm continuing to build my business, and the mission for Jumpstart Your Future today is to help foster youth in care navigate the foster care system. So my website has resources on housing, financial, education, vocational, foster youth specific programs, and I do a walkthrough of my apartment. I speak about how to obtain NYCHA, New York 3 steps, and that's basically what I do. I also help with every aspect of the job search process, helping to challenge ageism in the workplace to ensure that foster youth are prepared in the workplace with interview skills, proper job etiquette. I do resumes, everything for free. I'm currently building my nonprofit, and that's me, College Gyal Yana, Jumpstart Your Future today. So I'll do more videos tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.